evening, Super League fans. It is getting to the crunch time in the playoffs. Got lots of special guests tonight as well. First up, I will introduce the man who is trying to make his second final in a row. He's got a tough one tonight, home to the Celtics. Good evening, Mr. Ian Edwards. How are you, sir?
Hello. Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How are you?
Absolutely sound. Yeah, we're waiting for Greasy. I don't know if he's going to make it. If he doesn't, you've got the choice to drop off the stream or you can sit around. It's up to you completely. But we've also got in the studio Mr. Megahorse himself, baby, waking up pending. But here he is, Champ Megahorse, Mr. Rodeo Bibbins, a.k.a. Daniel Sam. I'll give your full name out.
Too many names. Good evening. You all right?
I am well, thank you, mate. It's good to have you on. I know it's
yes,
a rarity these days.
Being a loser tonight. Let's see who's the biggest loser.
The best loser reserves against Steve's first team. So, and here he is, Steve Wright. How are you doing, mate?
I'm all right, Sam. I'm glad everybody's well in here. Were saying Ian can sit around? I don't think he'll be sitting even if he is hanging about. Yeah. Let's see what tonight brings.
Yeah, so we've got the big one second up tonight, the preliminary final to decide who joins the Vikings in that grand final. But we have got an even bigger one in some ways. I think Mike Savage explained as the Sean Bean Cup earlier, which I then put into the thumbnail. If you saw that, the Battle of Yorkshire, and we've got White Rose. So, Steve, I've not had you on the show yet this season. Give us a quick rundown of how your season's gone and what this final means to you.
Season shite. Final means everything. Top and bottom. To be fair, no, honestly. To be fair, season hasn't been as bad as it seems. I know it seems like I made a joke about only losing 50% of his games over the whole iteration, but it's just been how we've been. We've had a strong, solid team, just haven't had enough going forward to take advantage of people aren't being able to break us down at times. So hoping for a bit of something different next season, hoping we stick with him Pens up top on his own next season, hoping that brings a bit of
I've heard you can do good things in the third season of a save. Is that true?
No, third season it were season 4 and 5.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still progressing.
I went along with it. Yeah, it was season 10. I won it, and then obviously season 11 got to the final again from 4th, which were a bit of an achievement in itself, given how things have gone. So we're still a season away from being up with big boys. So if we keep his heads intact, transfers going forward, knowing next season's coming, better watch out.
And I've left that result on screen there for a while because it's always good to beat Fulchester, isn't it?
Yeah, especially 2 times, regardless of how many times we've played this season. But yeah, we have thought I wanted to go strong just to see how a few of these are going. It's been hard done to. But
Santino misses out, but you've gone strong, like you say. You've got pretty much your first 11 out. I would imagine. Maybe you could argue Brugink would play over Franca, maybe, but. A very, very strong looking side, I would say. A side that is way better than the league position they got this season.
I agree with that. And the only reason Frank is in over Brugink is Brugink got a single last game out and Frank has got the goal. So give him another run.
Fair enough, mate. Veron's last game at the club for 13 games at least. 10 games, sorry.
He'll be back.
Yeah, just can't wait till Ian gets fed up with him again, and then we'll see how what transpires. But he started off really well. He come back with 2 goals in 3, maybe an assist as well, and then it just tailed off. No matter what I've tried doing with him, I think he had one of his best games when I moved him back to the MC as well, whether it was last season or this season, and I just can't get him going. So let somebody with a bit more expertise than me have a go with him.
Yeah, no, and he might be a bit harder to get back this time. I don't think we can get him back as easy. So yeah. Anyway, best of luck to you, mate. We'll submit your team and we'll go to Bostock Stanley. This is still saying Champ Swan, but it's basically your team. That's bad. Since you came, what game was your first game in?
Badgers. The Badgers match 2-0 there. Yes,
Yeah,
it
so
was a
you went
decent start and then petered
on a
out
great run.
and then beat Steve.
You went on a great run, and then it kind of tailed off a bit towards the end with a couple of losses. 4 losses
And
out
then
of the last 5.
Swan's lovely match there with the none at the back against
Yeah,
Casuals.
I know you've been busy in the transfer market as well. So, what are you hoping for next season?
Progress, yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone else seems to be getting stronger. So, top 8, a tail end of playoffs. Got to be realistic. We do have a chance, but at the same time, a lot of other teams also think they've got a chance. So it's going to be tight. It's probably going to be nearly as tight as this season. And I don't know. I can't see anybody running away with it.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's not many teams, if any, that are getting worse. Weirdly, and I think every manager will have an outside chance of the playoffs. And yeah, it's no guarantee, but the way you started is positive signs for Bostock. What's Swan's role next season? Then? Is he just going to be the media man like he was at Haggis when they won it gloriously?
Swan has earned the right to be as involved as he wants to be involved. So if he wants to be picking the odd team or to be involved in transfers. I know he hates transfers, so he doesn't want to do that. But yeah, media.
That was the main reason he stepped away, just because it's the amount of messages he got of people like me.
He can do whatever he wants. He's definitely a vital part of us, and obviously if he one thing he wants to do is manage again, then he needs to get that chance to manage again.
He does, yeah. So are these all players that are with you next season? And just talk us through your team tonight.
Yeah. So Vulgaris has been getting the games for the cup because I know how Khan plays. I think he was a top-rated goalkeeper for the season out of all clubs. So he's done a good job there. I think he was top 10 average rating overall. Whereas Vulgaris, he's conceding goals, but he's actually improved. I'm sure his stats might have gone up actually over the last couple of games, which is something. Jorovic, I don't have many defenders sort of staying, so I've put Jorovic alongside Vashuk because Vashuk's not played at all for me. And then Patsasoglu, I've got to find a way to get him into the team next season. Let's give him a couple of games. Zenden, never played him before at all on any save ever. So let's see how he gets on with that one. Marcelino's been scoring goals. Guittardi's an enigma. Romoshenko is versatile and Jens knows I like him. And 3 up front.
Yeah, Zenden's getting his squad number tonight, and I was surprised to see that he avoided the auction, if I'm being honest.
It was one of those things. It was him or it was Carrick, and I decided to auction Carrick and give Zenden a chance as sort of third choice left winger.
Fair enough, mate. Well, good luck for you as well. I know it means a lot to you guys, if not to many other people in the world. Let's give Zenden number 11. Let's make him feel big on his.
Wasn't he number 5 at Chelsea?
Was he?
I think he's number 5 somewhere. He's not having number 5 next season.
There we go. So we've got
good luck, Steve.
Shield. Is it called the Shield? The Shield final.
The Losers' Cup final.
The Losers' Cup final. I didn't want to say it. The Losers' Cup final. Bostock Stanley. I thought he was at home, Steve. Not you were away.
Yeah, Bostock won the toss.
All right. I told Steve he was at home when he asked.
I had it muted at that point, and I thought Ryan might have just been laughing at me, so that's why I asked what he was laughing at. Then I realised it was a coin toss. But yeah,
Ryan said it was a coin toss, but no one saw it, so maybe he just hates White Rose. We never know.
Yeah,
I believe the winner gets an L on the badge as well.
An L? Can we take Steve's style away from him if he loses?
We've already got one in our second name, so it's not so bad. Just we have to highlight it.
Ian, just as the first half starts, I'm going to say you got any predictions, but I imagine you're going to predict an early goal for Bostock.
I was looking at that. It was quite the 3-1 win for Bostock was quite recent, wasn't it? About 4 or 5 games ago. So I guess they take that into this a little bit. I was expecting the home win, perhaps.
Yeah, and imagine yourself looking at this. You see these two teams, like the two managers and the two squads they're building. both teams that could push the playoffs next year and even go deep into the playoffs if it goes right for them.
It's going to have to be Vicente coming on. He's going to have to do the job there.
Yeah, that White Rose team should have been, no offence to you, but that White Rose team is definitely a top 6 team, no doubt.
And it's lost a couple of key players, but I think it's getting stronger as well. So it's 1-0 coming towards half time, and it's the similar story to White Rose so far this season. A few chances, but nothing put away.
It's tough. I've been there when you feel like you're in every game, possibly even better for more than the opposition for more than half the games, and you just can't get results over the line. I feel for him.
Yeah, away from home, it's pretty even. The match seemed even. It's the one goal that separates it from Marcelino. Is it the boy from Rio? Dan, is that
Indeed,
right?
I think he's got a free kick as well.
Let's check it. Why not? Dispatched the free kick goalwards. Scored from 20 yards out. So yeah, great free kick that. Actually, stats at half time. Guattari is not looking too injured, so there shouldn't be anything that's going to trouble him for next season. Are you going to make any changes at this point?
No, I'm going to have to leave it till 60. I've got sort of the rigidity of the formation for now. I'm going to stick with it. So keep the players.
And White Rose are looking at its 6s and 7s all round. You got a couple of decent players on the bench. Are you going to stick with it and have faith in the boys for now, or are you going to make some changes?
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll have to be fair, I thought it seemed like we were, in terms of chances, a bit more on top. Obviously, we hit bar, and I saw Vulgaris let it run free.
He's done it twice, hasn't he?
He's
let 2 shots spill and recovered.
Veron is on cusp of getting sent off, but I tell you what we'll do, just to save him, and because he was really good on his full debut, I'll just bring Boateng on for Ado and swap him with Kaladza, please, mate.
Just say welcome to Greavesy as well.
Dimble, can I just actually switch Jardel and Crespo around, please?
You can, yeah. Was that right, Steve? That little switch there?
Yeah.
Yep. And we're swapping Jardel.
Yeah.
And Crespo. Crespo is running back to spring forward now.
More creative.
George Boateng looking he's not looking as good as he can do, but he's definitely got the those right-hand column stats, hasn't he? And lots of tackles in that debut. 10 successful tackles. Right, we'll kick off the second half, and I'll slow it down just because it is a cup final. It's not the cup final, it's a cup final, so I'll slow it down. Romoshenko, the utility man, making a good tackle. Lasisi with the yellow card. Zari comes forward. He looks a good player, doesn't he?
Come on,
just wide. Raul, let's fly. Fine save from Vulgaris. Ticking towards the tactical break now. Bostock come forward again.
Crespo taking it where Marcelino scored one.
Free kick was that, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you run him back to get the ball, isn't
he? Yeah, he's on his way.
And there goes the 60-minute mark.
Right.
Yeah, still at 1-0. Conditions are looking okay, Dan, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off Jardel for Hargreaves. And then switch Hargreaves with Romoshenko and Romoshenko with Crespo, so Crespo can go back in the middle. That'll be absolutely fine.
I had a look at Romoshenko, as I did with a couple of the Vikings players that are on the fringes, and I thought he looked like a good version of him. He's got some really nice stats in some nice places, I think, for an attacking tight midfielder.
Yeah, and just that versatility is always a good player to have on the bench.
Medical hours, though, isn't he?
Is he? Is he an injury-prone guy? Is he?
He actually. I'm sure he was retired by the time the game actually came on, or he retired very soon after the game was released.
If you take over Spartak, he's a bit like Victor Bayer. If you take over Porto, he will retire.
Oh, has he got an injury? Yeah. So the injuries are cleared at the start of the edit. So is he one of those that's got an injury at the start? Is he?
Yeah, he'll be
18
all right.
months.
He retires very early, in quite a lot of saves, but obviously he's got the injury proneness without the actual recurring injury.
Right, Steve. What's the plan here, mate? How are we going to attack this one?
I think been going all right, mate. In fairness, so just leave it there. As much as I'm tempted to go back to what has done all right for stick roll up and maybe bring Bridget behind, but let's have Law for Franca.
Don't let me influence you. I was just showing the world.
I'm going to leave it as it is.
Yeah, I have to bring him on.
Yeah, I will. Hey, why not? It'd be good to get that way. Him up right side of the two, and then Raoul with arrow, please, mate. Pick an arrow and well, please, if that's okay.
That one, yeah, little stubby, cool. Yeah, let's go then. We've got an even game. Bostock are edging it so far. We've got the last half an hour, and we'll move on to fast again.
Oh, nice.
Raoul scores. I didn't see how it came up, but no one was picking up his run from midfield. So that arrow in the middle there has worked out for you. And Penn's are looking dangerous now. Flo, making things happen since he come on the pitch.
All White Rose.
It is all White Rose at the moment. Flo has a pot shot. I think it was wide. 15 minutes remaining. Great football by Bostock. Love that. Love that when you read it when it's your own team. But it is White Rose who look like the most likely at the moment. 2 minutes in shot. We don't want a draw, by the way, otherwise we'll be doing this.
See you at the weekend, Steve.
We've got a draw.
Plus, the Shield final last season on the wheel.
So I will. I don't know if the friendly has already been arranged.
How much? Yeah.
Hey, we'll get it on the grand final night and see if that works. Hopefully it will. If not, then we'll be doing a stream just for the Losers Cup.
What, are we having a replay? Is that how we're doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no wheels on my watch. That's for sure. That's no way to win or lose a cup final.
22 offsides.
Oh, that's mad.
So yeah, congratulations on dragging out another stream, guys.
Well played, Steve.
It was a very even match. It was a match that deserved the draw. So
it wasn't boring, was it?
It wasn't boring. No, lots of action. We slowed it down, so it seemed a bit slower pace. But that's the speed of the commentary. In terms of shots and stuff, there's loads of them. Montella getting man of the match on an 8.
But Vashuk's playing himself into contention here for next season.
Vashuk can be a good player, can't he? He's a bit of a whingy boy sometimes. So he wants first team football, which is unlikely to happen, I would suggest. But I do quite like him.
Determination. He's really, really up for it.
I didn't realise that's like that.
No, I did not realise that either. But
straight away, yeah.
It's lower than Kaka.
I love the fact that he's got 18 work rate, so he works really hard, but he's not determined.
But he's not pulling about.
Oh no, I'm not going to do that.
And White Rose probably have the better of the average kind of ratings of the team. Raoul with a goal, unlucky not to get man of the match, I would suggest, with those stats. But yeah, you've got a decent performance there, Steve, again, but it's another decent performance where you're not the winner of the tie. But we will go again in a couple of days' time, hopefully. Decision pending on that one. Right, Dan and Steve, you're more than welcome to stick around, either in an active or non-active capacity. But we go on to the main event now, no offence, and we'll start with Northern Burn, the home team. So, Ian, you failed to get many shots on target against a very, very solid-looking Vikings team.
Yeah, I
think you done anything different tonight to try and open things up a bit, or are you sticking with the same kind of tactical approach?
Tactical approach is very similar. There's a couple of tweaks behind the scenes to hopefully make us a little bit more of an attacking threat. I think probably about 2/3 of the way through the season, I kind of figured out what our strongest 11 was, or what players made us tick. in certain combinations. And I think this is probably actually the first time in a while that I've actually been able to put it out on the pitch. So interesting to see how they go.
Yeah, Petkovic getting the nod in the big game. He's had a decent season. Players like Joe Collins, Savio on the bench, big shouts to make. Obviously, both had impacts at times, but Petkovic gets the nod. But apart from that, I think the team kind of picks itself. You might have had a bit of a dilemma as which defensive midfield to play where.
Yes.
But I imagine beyond that, that was the main decision.
On the face of it, you'd have those two the other way around. We just play better this way. Similar with Petkovic, we play better with Petkovic in the team rather than Cole or Saviola. That's purely. And again, Ayala, you might think, should be in ahead of Hippier, but we generally play better with Hippier in the team. So, yeah, gone for what I think is potentially the 11 that make us tick the best.
I didn't check the captains. The captain's still Hippier. Is that correct? Cool. Right. Good luck to you, Ian. And you are facing the surprise package of the second half of the season. They rose from the dead. Dead and buried at game week 9, bottom of the league. And
you can tell where Easter Sunday is, can't you?
Quite remarkable comeback. Let's have a look at those results towards the end of the season. So we've had obviously the playoff games, but before that you lost one game in quite a few. How many games was that unbeaten? Sorry, with the one loss.
I lost to Gazelle since
1 in 10.
I lost
13.
to Gazelles and Vikings.
Yeah. Well, it's a run that's worthy of making the playoffs. And then it comes to the playoff time and you've approached those big games in quite remarkable fashion. Obviously, scoring 3 goals is not Greavesy like in the history of your time as a manager, really. It happens occasionally, but less often than quite a few managers. And then last night, the night before, sorry, a very, very solid performance. This Gattuso looks unbelievable. And Torres is got to be the form striker in the league, I imagine, in terms of goal contributions.
He's loving life, isn't he? It's a beautiful thing to see.
He's only a baby as well. So tonight, you look like this. You've got a couple of calls to make because Owen's not here, so Torres starts. That's an obvious one. The AMC's been on rotation a bit recently. Estebaria gets this start tonight, and you had a decision to make in the midfield area in terms of left side and centre. And Takanadi gets the nod in centre. He's got a very good average rating, actually. I didn't notice that. That's impressive, kind of deputising in his eight games so far. And then Powell, I actually like this shout of Powell on the left wing. He's natural there. I think he's got the attributes to do it. So yeah, was that a tough decision to make in terms of who played there?
It was. Powell hasn't done anything to really warrant getting taken out of the team. Takanadi deserved to stay in the team for getting a 9 in the last game. He was unlucky not to get the man of the match. If Gattuso hadn't grabbed that, got a goal and an assist, I thought Takanadi was a good shout for it. So Takanadi moves into the centre, and Powell I trust him more to produce than what I do to Nielsen.
It's a fair point. Not having Danielson on the bench is probably an interesting call if I'm having my opinion on it, because he is a bit of a game changer maybe, but this is how you go. And yeah, I think the way it's been going, you can't see past a good performance if you don't win. I still think you've got a good shout of doing something tonight. Is captain okay? Tybee? I didn't check that one either. I presume.
Yeah, that's fine. The computer chose him ages ago.
I know it's strange. Some people are very particular about it, and some people aren't too bothered. So yeah, that's how we stand. Northern Burn at home, obviously, is a decent advantage. Steve, how do you think this one's going to go, mate?
Takanadi looks unreal. I think from previous performances, I'm surprised he hasn't gone with yourself and Takanadi back. I think you get more out of both of them the other way around, in my opinion. Might question from my group, but 2-1 Burn.
2-1 Burn. And Dan, have you got a prediction for this one?
Yeah, just before I go, because I'm going to go before kick-off, and good luck to everyone. I am going to say that this is going to go to a golden goal, but I can't tell you which way it's going to go. But good luck, and I'll see whoever it is in the final against my old team.
Cheers for joining, Dan. Have a good night.
See you later, guys.
Right, Dan.
Good luck to the boys then.
Best of luck, Ian.
Good luck.
Cheers, mate. You too, mate.
Peter, and if we go, we'll play the first half on very fast. I'm not a torture artist. They're looking dangerous, but 20 minutes passed quite quickly. A bit more burn. Looking like they're creating more than they have been doing in the last couple of nights of action. But the first half has ticked away fast. So there is the goal. Maxim with his 50th of his Burn career, I think that was. Massive goal for Burn. Half time's nearly with us. 1-0 Maxim. And that's how it finishes at the halfway point. It's been a fairly tight game, but it did look like Burn were kind of on top. I will slow it down second half, try and build some more tension, but you've got to be happy with that one, Ian.
Yeah, it felt okay. Not running away with it. They're making all the tackles. They're ahead of us on the tackle count. I'll be certainly leaving it as is for the next 15, as you could probably guess. Yeah, we're okay with that.
Absolutely sound. And on the other side, we've got Materazzi having a poor game by his standards on a 5. Apart from that, I can't imagine you're going to blink too early, greedily, but
No,
he's
just missed one tackle and probably let Maxim score. I'll keep as is for the time being, please, mate.
We've got an out jumping of the goalkeeper, which is disappointing. It's a really annoying way to concede. And
it's Matt Ratzi's fault.
Breezy as well, so Mr. Alfbridge will be enjoying that one. So we're as is. It's an even match-ish. Burn look the slightly better team, and they take the 1 goal advantage into the second half. Materazzi with a free kick, and Rossini, I think that was a header. So that's a huge goal in the tie. 3 minutes into the second half. Makes it very, very interesting. Another free kick hits the wall. Burn withhold the pressure. Takanadi chipping balls forward. But here comes Burn again. Indirect free kick. Sigalko lays it off Gattuso with a challenge. Carlos advancing, dancing around people. Kuhl had an effort which is saved by Taibbi. And we are at the 60-minute mark with tactical break. Conditions are looking okay, Ian. You've got 3 players on a 6, but everyone else is, well, I'd say everyone's doing the job anyway, but you might want to think about making a change for forward, or it wouldn't surprise me at all if you decided to go as is.
No, we'll stick, please, mate.
They are stick. Trust the process, as Mr. Greaves would say on the other side. And this is how he's looking.
Can I have Guilherme come on for Torres, please?
Guilherme, the pickup was a cash buy from Walton Casual mid-season.
And can I also have Udeze come on for Materazzi, please?
And the tank that is Udeze comes on as well, who looks like he's developing quite well. Is that it? No more minor tweaks?
No, that's all, thank you.
That is it. So, a very even game. It's an even scoreline. We've got 30 minutes of normal time remaining. It could go to extra time. It could be a golden goal. Who knows? A yellow card dished out there, which Jens will be delighted to see. It doesn't matter who it is. He just wants the yellow cards. Indirect free kick. Gattuso's there again. A yellow card. I think that was Petkovic, or I'm not sure actually. Waste opportunity from Burn. 20 minutes to go. Time's ticking away without the action. Really ticking away. We've not had any commentary for about 20 minutes there. Hippie gets control. Yellow card for Tomasi, big yellow card maybe, or he's just come back from suspension, so maybe not. And 19 minutes is up, but they're still playing.
Oh, fuck it.
And we are going to extra time and the golden goal. It's not what you want to see as a manager, but I'm guessing the neutral will be enjoying this one as a spectacle. Not loads of action in that last half an hour. It did tick away very fast. We have
Gattuso's in tears.
in terms of fitness, Ian, you've got Cure maybe struggling, but apart from that, you look good. Have a little think about what you want to do, and we'll go over to Greasy as well. And Poway again, looking like he may be struggling a little bit. Apart from that, you're looking well. Who blinks first?
Keep as is, please, mate.
Yeah, we'll stick, please.
Both managers sticking.
Best of luck, mate.
Yeah, it's a sickener if it's a golden goal. It's a sickener if it's penalties. So whatever happens from here out, someone's going to feel a bit sick. But good luck, boys. We go into extra time. The Greens come forward of Tortuga Celtic. A yellow card again. I think that was Hippier, that one. Not much happening, but we have 4 minutes until the half-time break in extra time. There was another yellow card. I believe that was a daisy, but I'm not entirely sure. Half-time and extra time. I don't think it's been a single shot since we last looked. 4 yellow cards dished out. And some ratings look like that. Anything you want to do, Ian?
As is, mate. Thank you.
As is the cool, calm head of Ian Edwards there. And we'll also go over to Greasy in terms of conditions, mate.
Yeah, keep as is, please, mate.
As is for you as well. So that's it. That's the changes done, unless there's any kind of player leaving the pitch. 15 minutes left. Looking dangerous. Sigalko has a go. Taibbi tips it for a corner. Injury to Cure. It doesn't look that serious, so he's injured, but he's still on the pitch. Fine save from Taibbi again. Is he going to be the difference for Tortuga? That big deal they did last season. Carlos coming forward, the dangerous man that is Roberto Carlos, but it looks like we're going to go to penalties. The match goes to penalties.
Mm-hmm.
And
keep as selected by the computer, please, mate.
Tension continues. So you're one of those that sticks with it. I'm the same. I used to be on against. I did get knocked out of the playoffs on penalties a couple of years ago, so I decided not to do that again. But Ian, are you want to change your penalty takers, or are you okay as they are?
Change all of them, please.
Change all.
Well, Sigalko 1, Kuhl 2, Petkovic 3, Ferguson 4, Carlos 5, Zelius 6, Jeremy 7, Kiotis 11, Contra 8, Montero 9.
Have you had a penalty sheet out before, Ian?
In this, I don't think I have. Mind you, looking, you can tell by all my questions that I keep bombarding. Is always my memory's terrible these days. I can never remember whether away goals count or any of that sort of stuff. So I might have done. Don't think so.
How about you, Greaves? Have you been involved in a Super League penalty shootout before?
Yeah, I knocked Macca out. Season 7.
Here we go, indeed, Ryan. Oh, good evening to everyone in the chat as well. I didn't say hello. I don't think there's loads of you here tonight, but thank you for turning up, the ones that have. Jens will be happy with that, as Duggan points out. Good spectacle.
Between the
Yeah, I think there's a week, so any kind of minor exhaustion or whatever, or minor knocks might be okay for the final. But here we go. We're going to kick off.
It looked like
Zagalko with number 1. He's put it wide. Oh my goodness. The Daisy scores. The tank. He scores his first one.
Mandingo.
Just up to the second, and he scores, converts. Patrick Powell, 2-1 to Tortuga. Advantage Tortuga after 2 penalties each. Petkovic with number 3, and he scores. He tucks it away nicely. Willerme next, and Chiotis. Been such a big man for Bern. He saved it. And Taibbi saved it the other side. And it's advantage Tortuga again as Okoronkwo makes no mistake. It's 3-2 after 4 penalties. Roberto Carlos must score, and he does. He was up for the 5th one for Tortuga to win it. Gattuso to win it. He steps up, and he scores. Tortuga Celtics.
Well played, Ian.
Final. It's a bit of a massive shock in the scheme of things. In terms of the match itself, Bern probably edged it, but Greasy will not give one flying fuck about that. Congratulations, Greasy. Lucky Ian. Absolutely massive, Greaves. What are you thinking right
Poor
now?
lad Gattuso. He's in tears. Got a yellow card, so he misses the final, hasn't he?
Who has Tomasi?
Gattuso. He scored the penalty to put us through, and he misses the final.
Yeah, that was his 7th yellow of the season, so he will miss the final. You're right. He's in tears, but he's happy. It's a bit of a Roy Keane in Turin moment. Yeah, massive. Taibbi with the saves and man of the match, which is fully deserved from what we saw. And a decent performance all around. Lauren Robert won't be back for the final, so you've got that decision to make as well. And Bern, firstly, Ian, what a great season in terms of finishing top at a canter, looking like the best team for probably 20 weeks, and then you kind of stuttered into playoffs a bit, but then obviously still a very dangerous team, and I imagine you'll be looking forward to next season still.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, thank you. We did have a good season up to about game week 20. Then a couple of dodgy results. Then we got it back, and then it went again. Yeah, I think probably the 2 finalists, in all honesty, are the 2 teams that have finished the strongest, and you can't argue that both teams deserve to be there. You know, this game, when you get to this end of the season, it's all about momentum. We didn't have it. Jens has got it in loads of momentum, but I mean, the Celtics have just got ridiculous momentum, and I make no secret of Celtics are my second team, so if I can't be in the final, and it's fantastic that Greavesy can be in the final.
Yeah, and congratulations, Greavesy, again. We have a final where you face off against Jens. What are your thoughts on the Vikings and then how tough a challenge that's going to be for you?
I've got to work out how I can combat that bloody midfield now that my whole team's either injured or suspended. So I think a bit of a reshuffle, maybe dive into reserves, see if anyone can kick a ball straight. It might be a random.
You've got obviously Jens. I think he's missing. I think it was public news that he was struggling with a couple of his defenders. I think both were out after bookings. So
Can you click on my stats again, quick, so I can see, so I can work out quick? No, it's just Gattuso missing.
Just Gattuso.
Yeah.
So a bit of hope for you. And yeah, it's still a massive man. He's obviously been he's got the squad win a penalty, and he's been superb, especially over the last few games. This is the best Gattuso I've ever seen, really. Yeah, and that's why I asked about him. I made you a good offer for him not long ago, which he turned down in the end. But I did get you thinking at least.
Agreed transfer. But anyway, right, lads. No, one joke. Look, congratulations, Greavesy. Ian, commiserations, mate. That were nail biting to end. That's why I hung about. I'm going to drop off now, lads.
Cheers, Steve.
And I can't wait to. We just want to prolong the loser final to try and show how important we are. Rest of us doldrum swingers. So, night, lads.
Cheers, Steve.
There's no fixture scheduled yet, so I think when I click through it will be done. So it's the 3rd of May in game, so you've got a week until that. I will get the pack to you and Jens right now. I will try and arrange a friendly. And Ian, you get to make an appearance on Grand Final night. It's not the one you wanted, but we have a cup final to play as well. So yourselves and Haggis will be playing on that same stream. So we've got three great games actually to come on. I think it's Saturday night is the night that Fife has suggested he's going to do it. So hopefully that'll be the case. So keep your calendar free for Saturday night. But yeah,
I don't know what state I'll be in, but I'll be there.
Whereas it's not quite the main thing, is it? So you can have a few extra whiskies and be a bit looser than you would have been if it had been grand final night. I imagine you'd have been drinking very early.
Yeah. It's a shame we're not. It's a shame we're not there. But as I say, I mean, it's kind of probably from a couple of game weeks ago. It did kind of feel like it might have been a Vikings Celtics final. Gutted not to be there. You know, I managed it almost perfectly. The first 11 would have almost have been there for the final if I could have got through. But it's a big if because we came up against a team that are playing really, really well.
Yeah, exactly that.
What's he? Jen's has got to have his suit on for the final, hasn't he?
It's not got a good history in the league, as I think there's only Hodgie that did it, and he didn't even turn up his team, did he? That one. Him and Thompson had the suits on, I think.
Oku final on it, yeah.
But yeah, and just on a note from me as well, it's my last stream of the season. I have enjoyed it and not enjoyed it in equal amounts, but I'm looking forward to next season as well. And cheers for everyone that's come on comms and everyone that's joined in the chats and made it easier to do. And just what a great league it's been. I think it's been a really, really good season. Being part of it, it's been really good. So yeah, just congratulations to everyone that's involved, really, especially the committee group who put lots of effort and argument into everything that goes on. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, good night, boys. Congratulations, Greavesy, again. We'll see you in a couple of days' time. Yeah, Viva the Super League.
Viva the Super League. See you later, lads.
Well, thanks, guys.